Hi everyone, my name is Sandiswa and welcome to my channel Tax Shorter. This channel simplifies tax for small businesses and individuals. If you'd like to learn more about tax in a very simplified manner that even someone that doesn't have a tax background can understand, then you should subscribe to this channel. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about tax deadlines. As you all know, South Africa has a lot of different taxes. And to make things even worse, the different types of taxes have different deadlines. So that's what I'm going to be discussing today, so that you at least have an idea of what you need to submit and when you need to submit it. Now, before I start, I have my little book here with my notes. So if you see me looking down, I am looking on my notes just to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, so the very first deadline that we're going to be talking about is obviously personal income tax, which affects most of us. Now, personal income tax has two deadlines. The first one is once a year. That's when you're submitting your annual return, and that normally happens between July and November. And SARS normally every year will announce the specific dates, but the range is normally July and November. But for people who are provisional taxpayers, it's normally between July and January. I'll get to provisional tax just now. Now, that's for personal income tax returns, right? Now, let's move to provisional tax. Provisional tax is submitted 2 times a year. It's in August and in February. For companies, sometimes they do submit for the third time, which is voluntarily, but then the compulsory one is in August and in February. So provisional tax twice a year, normal personal income tax once a year. I hope that makes sense. Now, if you are asking yourself what provisional tax is and are you a provisional taxpayer or are you not, I do have a video on this channel that covers, in fact, I think I have 2 that cover provisional tax. It simplifies it so that you know whether or not you're provisional tax and what provisional tax is, right? So do check out that video. I'll see if I can't attach it somewhere in this video so that you can check it out to check if whether or not you are a provisional taxpayer or should you have registered for provisional tax, right? Now we're going to move on to the third one. The third one is the corporate income tax. That's also known as the company income tax. Also with that one, it's submitted once a year. But also you must remember, all companies are provisional taxpayers. So over and above submitting the 1 annual return, all companies must submit the provisional tax in August, and they also need to submit provisional tax at the end of February. But then in some cases, they may need to submit a voluntary provisional tax on the third time. Now, the corporate income tax is submitted once a year, 12 months after. In fact, within 12 months after the financial year has ended. So, for companies whose financial year ended in February this year, they have about 12 months from March up until February next year to submit their annual income tax return. Next is trusts. Trusts also submit an annual tax return once a year. Okay, now I'm going to be moving on to VAT. With VAT, the VAT 201 needs to be submitted before the 25th of the following month in which the tax period ends. Before the 25th of the following month in which the tax period ends. So that's when you need to submit, or that is the deadline for the VAT 201. Okay. Now, next we're going to be moving on to Pay As You Earn, also known as Payee, or in short is Payee. Payee, there's 2 returns that needs to be submitted. It's the EMP 201 and the EMP 501. The EMP 201 is submitted on a monthly basis on or before the 7th of the following month. Hope that makes sense. The EMP 501 needs to be submitted at the end of October as well as at the end of May. So that is all for today when it comes to deadlines for different types of taxes. If you like this content, then I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, as well as if you can subscribe and maybe hit the notification button so that you don't miss out on anything I put out. Also, please note that this is not advice. In order for me to advise you, then I would need to know your personal circumstances. This is not advice. This is just general information to assist someone out there with taxes. Should you need any advice or need any consultation, then I will leave my details on the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next video.